Geobyte.
Hello friends, welcome to the Geobyte. In this video, let us discuss some more problems in fluid mechanics which were given in ESET and other competitive exams. Look at the very first problem. A fluid is said to be Newtonian fluid when the shear stress is Newtonian fluid when the shear stress is option A directly proportional to velocity gradient. Absolutely correct. The shear stress is proportional to du by dy according to Newton's law. Or it can also be written as tau equal to mu into du by dy, where mu is called coefficient of dynamic viscosity, tau is the shear stress, du by dy is called velocity gradient or the rate of shear strain. Anyhow, for Newtonian fluid, shear stress is proportional to velocity gradient or shear strain. Therefore, option A is absolutely correct. Let us take another problem. Look at the second problem. Navier-Stokes equation represents the pressure. Remember this point. Bernoulli equation represents the energy. Navier-Stokes equation represents the pressure. Therefore, option B is absolutely correct. Shall we go for the next problem? Look at the third problem. Kaplan turbine is coming under low head and high specific speed turbine. Kaplan turbine is first one low head, second one high specific speed, third one reaction type, fourth one axial flow turbine. Here axial flow means the flow is happening parallel to the direction of the parallel to the axis of the shaft. Axial flow turbine means the water is flowing parallel to the turbine shaft axis. Anyhow, Kaplan turbine is low head axial flow turbine. Therefore, option B is absolutely correct. Let us take another problem. Look at the fourth problem. Specific speed of Kaplan turbine ranges. Since the Kaplan turbine is high specific speed turbine, generally you can take 300 to 600. Therefore, option C can be selected. So, Kaplan turbine is coming under high specific speed turbine. Remember, if the specific speed is greater than 300, that kind of turbine is called high specific speed turbine. Example for high specific speed turbine: Kaplan and propeller turbine. If the specific speed is less than 30, that is called low specific speed turbine. The example for low specific speed turbine is impulse turbine like Pelton wheel. The specific speed If the specific speed is less than 300 but above 30, that is called medium specific speed turbine. Medium specific speed turbine. The example for medium specific speed turbine, Francis turbine. Francis turbine. Anyhow, the Kaplan turbine specific speed range you can take from 300 to 600. Therefore, option C is absolutely correct. Let us go for another problem. Look at the fifth problem. The dimensions of dynamic viscosity mu is, dear friends, dynamic viscosity mu is in Newton second per meter square or kg per second meter. As you know, kg dimension formula is m, second is the time, and meter is the length. Therefore, I can write as m by t into L can also be written as m L inverse t power minus 1. So, this is the dimensional formula for dynamic viscosity. Look at the option C, m L inverse t inverse. Therefore, option C is absolutely correct. Let us take another problem. Look at the sixth problem. Gauge pressure in flow system can be measured by manometer. Okay, manometer can be used directly. Gauge pressure can be measured by either manometer or piezometer or Bourdon's pressure gauge. These three are the pressure measuring devices. But manometer is suitable for both positive and negative pressure. It is suitable for both positive and negative pressure. Whereas the piezometer is suitable for only positive pressure. Bourdon's pressure gauge also for suitable for positive and negative gauge pressures. So, manometer can be used for measuring the pressure above atmospheric pressure, below atmospheric pressure. Whereas piezometer is suitable for measuring only positive pressure, means pressure above the atmospheric pressure. Similarly, Bourdon's pressure gauge can also be used for measuring the pressure above atmospheric pressure and below atmospheric pressure. Anyhow, gauge pressure according to given options, manometer can be used for measuring the gauge pressure. I hope you got my point. Let us take another problem. Look at the seventh problem. The component of a turbine that transforms the hydraulic energy into mechanical energy. You know, in hydraulic turbine, the rotor or runner is used for converting the hydraulic energy to the mechanical energy. Whereas the nozzle is used for converting the hydraulic energy to or pressure energy to, I can say directly, pressure energy to kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. Anyhow, here the component of the turbine converts hydraulic energy to mechanical energy is the runner or rotor. Therefore, option C is absolutely correct. Let us take another problem. Look at the eighth problem. The difference between the theoretical discharge and actual discharge of a pump is called slip. You know, slip equal to difference between the theoretical discharge and actual discharge, and percentage of the slip equal to theoretical discharge minus actual discharge divided by theoretical discharge equal to 1 minus q actual by q theoretical. Remember, the ratio between the actual discharge and theoretical discharge is called coefficient of discharge, denoted by CD. It is equal to 1 minus coefficient of discharge into 100. This is the formula to decide the percentage of the slip. But for this problem, it is asked just difference between the theoretical discharge and actual discharge is called slip. Therefore, option B is absolutely correct. I hope you got my point. Let us take one more problem. Look at the ninth problem. For hydroelectric project with reaction turbine, the draft tube at the exit from the turbine is always immersed in the water. Absolutely correct. Dear friends, the draft tube is required only for reaction turbine, because in case of reaction turbine, the blades are arranged for the reaction turbine such that the pressure of the water continuously decreases. Therefore, the pressure of the water at the exit of the reaction turbine is well below the atmospheric pressure. To carry that low pressure water from the exit of the turbine to tail race, we are using the draft tube, and the draft tube is always immersed into the water. Anyhow, option A is correct. Let me write that point. In case of reaction turbine, in case of reaction turbine, the blades are arranged. The blades are arranged such that the pressure of the water, continuously decreases. The pressure of the water continuously decreases. Therefore, the pressure of the water at exit of turbine is below atmospheric pressure. To carry this low pressure water, this low pressure water from exit of the reaction turbine to tail race. Draft tube is used. Dear friends, remember, draft tube is required for only reaction turbines. Note, impulse turbine does not demand the draft tube. Impulse turbine does not require the draft tube. draft tube. I hope you got my point. Let us take one more problem. Look at the 10th problem. In case of semicircular vanes, the theoretical maximum efficiency of the wheel can be, as you know, semicircular vanes are used for impulse turbines. The maximum efficiency of the impulse turbine equal to 1 plus cos phi by 2. This is the maximum efficiency. Now if phi equal to 0 degrees, in case of semicircular arc is like this. The water is entering in this direction and leaving in this direction. Since the water is leaving horizontally, phi equal to 0 degrees. If phi equal to 0 degrees, cos 0 equal to 1, then maximum efficiency 1 plus 1 by 2, right? It is equal to 1 equal to 100%. Multiply with 100. So in case of semicircular arc, the water is entering horizontally, leaving horizontally but opposite direction. Then maximum efficiency of the impulse turbine equal to 1 plus cos phi by 2. Since phi equal to 0 in this case, if phi equal to 0, the maximum efficiency of the impulse turbine is 100%. I hope you got my point. Let us take another problem. Let us look the options. So let me read the question once again. In case of semicircular vanes, the theoretical maximum efficiency of the wheel can be 100%. I hope you got my point. Let us take another problem. Look at the next problem. The specific speed of a turbine under a head of 150 meters to develop 2000 HP, 2000 horsepower while running at 300 rpm is. Dear friends, the specific speed ns equal to n root p by h to the power 5 by 4. That is the standard formula for finding the specific speed. Here speed is given 300 multiplied by root over p equal to 2000 divided by head given 150 power 5 by 4. You simplify this value for getting approximately 25. This is the specific speed of the given problem or given turbine. So it is in the range of 10 to 35. Therefore option A is absolutely correct. Let us take one more problem. Look at the 13th problem. Which one of the following statement is not correct? Means 3 statements might be given correct and 1 statement might be given for wrong. That wrong statement you are asked to identify. Look at the first statement. Draft tube decreases the efficiency of turbine. No, in fact draft tube is increasing the efficiency of the turbine, because by making use the draft tube you can allow the drop of pressure in the turbine below atmospheric pressure. By the time the water pressure is dropping below atmospheric pressure in the turbine itself, the power developed by the turbine increases. Because of the increase in power developed by the turbine, efficiency increases. Remember, my dear friends, draft tube always increasing the efficiency of the turbine. Since he is asking the incorrect statement, which one of the following statements is not correct? So incorrect statement is A itself. I hope you got my point. Let us take one more problem. Look at the next problem. In the selection of turbine by specific speed or head, which of the which one of the following statement is not correct? You are asked to identify the statement which is not correct. First statement is for specific speed 10 to 35 Kaplan turbine. No. You know Kaplan turbine is coming under high specific speed turbine. Kaplan and propeller turbines are high specific speed turbines. High specific speed turbines. High specific speed turbines, the specific speed is greater than 300. But in the problem it is given only in the range of 10 to 35. Therefore, the first statement itself is absolutely wrong. Since you are asked to decide the wrong statement, therefore option A itself is absolutely correct. I hope you got my point. Let us take one more problem. Look at the next problem. To generate 8100 kilowatts under a head of 81 meter while working at a speed of 540 rpm, what type of turbine is suitable? Dear friends, the selection of turbine is generally based on the specific speed. If specific speed ns greater than 300, you can select the Kaplan turbine. But if the specific speed is less than 30, you can select the Pelton wheel. If the specific speed is less than 300 but above 30, you can select the Francis turbine. For that, you need to find the specific speed. Let me write the data given. Power given 8100. Power P equal to 8100 kilowatts under a head of, the head given 81 meters, working at a speed of, the speed n equal to 540 rpm. Then specific speed equal to what? n root p by h to the power 5 by 4. So n equal, let me write here, ns equal to n equal to how much? 540 into p equal to 8100 divided by h equal to 81 power 5 by 4. You simplify this value, approximately you are getting 200. Since you got the specific speed 200, 200 is the range between 30 and 300. Between the 30 and 300, the selected turbine should be Francis turbine. Therefore, you can select the option D, that is Francis turbine. Francis turbine specific speed range is 30 to 300. Since the specific speed is 200, which is in between 30 and 300, therefore I selected the Francis turbine. I hope you got my point. My dear friends, these are all very, very important problems. You try to practice 1 or 2 times. If you have time, you better to practice third time also, because practice is very, very important, right, to get the single digit rank in the competitive exams. Let us take one more problem. Look at the next problem. In all reaction turbines, maximum efficiency is obtained. Dear friends, in reaction turbines, if VW2 equal to 0, the efficiency becomes maximum efficiency. For example, if beta equal to beta equal to 90 degrees. That beta is what? The angle made by the jet while it is leaving. Let v2 equal to jet absolute velocity at outlet. Jet absolute velocity at outlet. If v2 equal to 0, the horizontal component of velocity vw2 equal to, if v2 is making an angle, v2 is not equal to 0, if v2 is making an angle beta, beta be the angle made by the v2. If beta is 90 degrees, then horizontal component of velocity vw2 equal to v2 cos beta. So v2 into cos beta cos 90 equal to 0 and something 0. Remember this point. If absolute velocity while it is leaving is maintaining 90 degrees, vw2 equal to 0. If vw2 equal to 0, definitely efficiency is maximum. You try to remember this point. Now let us read the options. Once again, let me read the problem. In all reaction turbines, maximum efficiency is obtained if option A, guide vane angle is 90 degrees, not guide vane angle. The absolute velocity of the jet has to make 90 degrees. Blade angle is 90 degrees at inlet, no. Blade angle is 90 degrees at the outlet, no, not blade angles. Jet velocity, angle of the absolute velocity vector at the outlet is 90 degrees. Absolutely correct. Option D is absolutely correct. You please remember this point. This is very important problem. Let us take one more problem. Look at the 17th problem. In all reaction turbines, for maximum efficiency, the velocity of swirl velocity at outlet must be equal to 0. Yes, absolutely correct. Just now, for the previous problem, I told you, if I assume v to be the jet leaving velocity is making an angle beta equal to jet making angle at outlet. The jet making angle at outlet, if the jet making angle beta equal to 90 degrees, then what is the horizontal component of velocity vw2 equal to v2 cos beta. It is equal to v2 cos 90 equal to 0 and something 0, vw2 equal to 0. If vw2 equal to 0, efficiency is maximum. Remember, this vw2 is called either wall velocity or swirl velocity. Now let us look the problem. In all reaction turbines, for maximum efficiency, the velocity of swirl at outlet must be equal to 0. That means the jet leaving angle beta must be equal to 0. If beta equal to 90 degrees, not 0. If beta is 90 degrees, definitely the swirl velocity vw2 equal to 0. Anyhow, the option A is absolutely correct. I hope you got my point. Let us take another problem. Look at the next problem. A hydraulic turbine has an output of 6000 kilowatts. When it works under a head of 25 meters and runs at 100 rpm, then the type of turbine is, dear friends, the type of turbine is decided only by specific speed. Here, as you know, if the specific speed is greater than 300, the selected turbine must be equal to Kaplan turbine. The specific speed is less than 30, it must be Pelton wheel. It must be Pelton wheel. The specific speed is, if the specific speed is greater than 30 but less than 300, it is called Francis turbine. It is called Francis turbine. Now let us find the specific speed. Here power given, power P equal to 6000 kilowatts. Under a head of, the head available equal to 25 meters at a speed of n equal to 100 rpm. Then the type of the turbine, specific speed ns equal to formula n root p by h to the power 5 by 4. It is equal to n. N is how much? N equal to 100 into root p 6000 divided by h equal to 25 power 5 by 4. You simplify this value for getting approximately 138.56. So it is in between 30 and 300. Since the specific speed is in between 30 and 300, therefore you can go with the Francis turbine. Therefore Francis turbine is the suitable turbine for the given data. I hope you got my point. Let us take one more problem. Look at the last problem, my dear friends. A Pelton wheel works under a head of 400 meters. It is given like this. The head available is 400 meters. Okay. Friction loss through the pipe flow is limited to 10%. So the loss of head due to friction is 10%. It is limited means 10% of the head. It is equal to 0.1 times the 400. It is equal to 40 meter. That is the meaning of that 10% frictional loss limit. Once again, friction loss through the pipe flow is limited to 10%. So frictional loss is 10% of the head available. Okay. Then coefficient of velocity of the jet. Coefficient of velocity generally denoted by CV, given 0.98. Okay. What is the velocity of the jet? Take a gravity constant is 10. Gravity constant G equal to 10 meter per second square. Here, as you know, the velocity of the jet velocity Vjet equal to CV into root 2 into G into net head available at the inlet of the turbine. That net head available at the inlet of the turbine is head at the inlet of the pipe minus head loss due to friction. Head at the inlet of the pipe is given 400 meters. So it is 400 minus head loss due to friction. The head loss due to friction is 40. It is equal to 360 meters. Now let us put that value. CV equal to 0.98 into 2 into G given 10. Net head is 360. You simplify this value for getting approximately 83.14 meter per second. So that is the jet velocity. Look at the options. 83, first option itself is looking correct. The first option is absolutely correct. Our value is 83.14. Approximately 83 meter per second is the absolutely correct answer. I hope you understood, my dear friends. With this, I am concluding this video. Dear friends, once again I am asserting all these problems are equally important. My request is you please practice all these problems. Practice is very important for getting the success in the competitive exam. Practice is the ladder between you and the exam. That ladder brings you to the destination. Therefore, you keep on practice. Don't try to waste your valuable time. You please keep on practice, practice, and practice. While you are practicing, dear friends, if you find any difficulty either in the strength of material or in the fluid mechanics, you please don't forget to send your doubt to GeoByte. The GeoByte team will answer your question or all your questions within 24 hours. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel GeoByte. Have a great day. Thank you very much.
Geobyte.